Hello everyone, welcome you all in this video. I am Paramjit Singh and I will take you through the introduction on EC2 instances. Post this video, you all will be aware of what AWS EC2 instance is, its benefits, and common terms used when we talk about EC2 instances. And finally, how we can build EC2 instance using AWS console. I will be making few more videos on EC2 so that you all are fully updated with EC2 instances. So keep following me. Let's get started. EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. It is a web service interface provided by AWS that allows us to obtain and configure compute capacity with minimal friction. In the simple term, EC2 instance is a virtual image that is available in AWS Cloud for use. We can use it like the way we use physical or virtual machines in our data center. For example, we can install additional softwares, make custom settings, and many more. Now, when you know what an EC2 instance is, let me run you through with various benefits which we get when we use EC2 instance. The first one is Elastic Web Scale Compute. By the term elastic, I mean we have the flexibility to increase or decrease. So elastic web cell compute means with EC2, we can anytime increase or decrease an EC2 instance capacity. We can even commission one, two, hundred, or thousands of EC2 instance simultaneously. The next is completely controlled. With EC2, we have complete control on the launched EC2 instances. This means we have root access of operating system. We can start, stop, and terminate EC2 instance as and when required. Flexible cloud hosting service. You can launch EC2 instances with different predefined compute and RAM combinations. You even have choices to choose for various operating systems flavor like Microsoft, Red Hat, CentOS, etc. Integration. As we all know, AWS offer various other services like S3, VPC, and EC2 can be integrated with most of the AWS offered services. Reliability. EC2 instances are run on proven AWS network infrastructure and data center. EC2 SLA commitment is 99.99% for availability in each region. It is important to note SLA is for each region. We will discuss regions in later stages and will go deep on how we can achieve this SLA. Security. Cloud security is key to every customer. With AWS, you have multiple ways to create a secure network and to launch an EC2 instance in those secure networks. We will learn all these in coming topics. Inexpensive. With options like pay as you go, reserved instances, and spot instances available for customer, make EC2 instance a best inexpensive choice. We need to just identify the best fit option. We will discuss all these in the coming videos. The last is easy to start. It is easy to launch an EC2 instance. We have options like AWS console, which is most widely used, CLI, command line interface, which is a preferred way for developers, and SDKs to choose from. We have various third-party softwares like Terraform, which can also be used to launch an EC2 instance. Now, to use an EC2 instance, we simply need to choose a AMI, which is a pre-configured template, and we can start running the operating system. We can even create our own custom AMI, which contains our application, libraries, data, and associated configuration settings to launch an EC2 instance. We can configure security and network access on the EC2 instance, we can choose the instance types we want. We can start, terminate, and monitor as many instances as we want. We need to determine the locations, which is known as availability zone, and the region. We can even utilize a static IP endpoint or attach a persistent block storage for our instances. We have the option of pay only for the resources that we actually consume. Like we have the option to get charged for EC2 instance per hour and the data transfer which is done when using the EC2 instance. Let us now talk about some of the common terms which we will come across when we talk about EC2 instances. You might have heard about these terms in my previous slides, but now we will have a deeper understanding on what exactly these terms means and how these are related to EC2 instances. The very first is AMI, and AMI stands for Amazon Machine Image. It provides the information required to launch an EC2 instance. AMI are based on, or you can say we can choose an AMI, or AMI is categorized of first the region, which means where we can launch an EC2 instance. Second, AMI contains the information about the base operating system and the applications which we want an instance to be installed with. AMI has its permissions, launch permissions, which define who all can use a particular AMI to launch an instance. And finally, the information about the block device mapping. Instance type. Instance type comprise of varying combination of CPU, memory, storage, and networking resources. We have got pre-configured various combinations which we can use altogether to suit our diversified workloads. Instance feature. Amazon EC2 instance provides a number of additional features which help us to deploy, manage, and scale our applications. Broadly, these are categorized into first, the bustable performance instance. AWS provides us with two types of instances to choose from. First is fixed performance instance and second is bustable performance instance. Many workloads for web servers or databases doesn't need consistent high CPU usage. And here for all these types of workloads, we can choose from instance type which have the capability to provide bustable CPU capacity. In bustable instance type, when for certain period of time the CPU is not fully utilized, the instance keep gathering the CPU credits. And then when high CPU utilization is required, the CPU credits are used to deliver the performance. There is a mathematical calculation for credits and the time duration for which the bustable performance will be delivered. If you need to know more about this calculation, just let me know and I will make a dedicated video on the same. The second is the multiple storage option. Storage is one of the key components when we choose to launch an EC2 instance. AWS provides us with various types of storage to choose from to meet our requirement. Particularly, we can categorize first storage option as an instance store, which is a physical disk attached to the host computer, and it is a temporary block level storage which is provided to the EC2 instance. The second is EBS, which is a durable block level storage. We have multiple options available in EBS also, for example, general purpose, IOPS, and magnetic, which we can choose from to satisfy our need. The third instance feature is EBS optimized instance. EBS optimized instance provide us the fully use of IOPS which we have provisioned on the EBS volume. This gives us a dedicated throughput between the EC2 instance and the attached EBS volume. The final one is cluster networking. EC2 instance support cluster networking when launched in a placement group. This gives low latency network between all the instances in the cluster. Elastic IP. Elastic IP is a static IP address which we can use with a particular EC2 instance. Security group. Security group act as a firewall which help us to control the inbound and outbound traffic for one or more EC2 instances. Finally, we have a VPC. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud and it acts as a private data center into the AWS cloud. Now, you all are pretty much aware about what a EC2 instance is and its associated common terms. So now we are ready to go and explore how we can launch an EC2 instance using the AWS console. So let's move to AWS Management Console. This is how a AWS Management Console looks like. I am logged in with my root credentials. However, it is not recommended to use your root credentials to perform day-to-day operations. Despite you need to create users with the adequate permissions to perform day-to-day operations. I am currently in the Mumbai location and I have chosen it because it is closest to me. However, you can choose any of the region where you want to launch an EC2 instance. To launch an instance, we will just go to services. Under the compute section, we have an option of EC2. Just click on it. This is where we can see the complete snapshot of EC2 resources in a particular region. So right now you can see we have got no instance running. So to launch an instance, we will just click on instances, launch instance. Now, this is place where we need to choose an AMI based on the operating system. We can see a Amazon Linux 2 AMI available. Just scroll down, you will find many more. We have seen now Red Hat, SUSE, Ubuntu, Microsoft. So based on our requirement, we can choose it. So if we need to install a Linux instance, so we will just select it. Now you can see these are the instance types details available here. You can see there are various combinations of virtual CPUs and memory to choose from. If you just scroll down, you will find many more. Just move a little bit more down. It is compute optimized. So basis of our GPU instances, basis of our workload requirement, we will choose a instance type which suits it. So for this demo purpose and to be eligible for the free tier, we will go with the general purpose G2 Micro. Now let's configure the instance. This is the place where we need to provide more details to configure the instance. We will run through one by one. The first is number of instances. The count mentioned here will be the number of instances which will be launched. Purchasing option, there are various purchasing options. We will go in deep in the later stages, but for this demo, to keep it simple, we are just leaving it. Next is network. This is the VPC which we need to choose from. You can see I have got two VPCs, one I have created on my own, and second is the default VPC which you will get in each region. So we will choose the default one. Next is subnet. This shows the availability zones which are available in the particular region. So if we choose no preference, AWS itself will choose any of the one region which is mentioned here where this instance will be launched, or we can choose on our own a particular availability zone where this instance need to be launched. So for this demo purpose, I am choosing this 1A. Next is auto assign public IP. So using this setting, we can define whether this instance will have a public IP assigned to it or it will have a private IP only. So if we choose enable or if we choose the default one, we will have both the public IP and the private IP assigned to this instance. Next is placement group. Placement group are used to have a low latency between the two EC2 instances. So for this demo, we are creating only one instance. So we will just leave it for this now. Capacity reservation. Capacity reservation reserves the capacity for your EC2 instance in the specific availability zone. So if you launch an instance in the capacity reservation and if it matches the attribute basis on the instance type, platform and availability zone, the instance will be launched. Next is IAM role. IAM role automatically deploys AWS credentials to resources that assume it. It is basically used to talk or to get integrated with other AWS services to perform the specific actions. Next is shutdown behavior. So this defines how when we perform an operating system shutdown, this EC2 instance will behave. We have two options, stop or terminate. So if through operating system, if we just perform a shutdown, if we choose stop, the instance will be in the stop state, or if we choose terminate, the instance will get terminated. So now we are choosing stop only. Next is enable termination protection. So if we just select it, this instance will be protected from termination. This will help us like using the console if accidentally we terminate an instance and if we have not protected it, the instance will get terminated. To get this demo work, I am just selecting it so that it has the protection and we will see how we can terminate an instance which is protected. Monitoring. By default, AWS will monitor the instance for a time frame of 5 minutes. But if we want to get it monitored for 1 minute, we just need to enable it and you can see additional charges will apply. So to cover this demo in the free tier, we will just uncheck it. Tenancy. Tenancy defines where your EC2 instance will be launched. We have got three types. One is shared, which is eligible for the free tier. Second is dedicated, and third is dedicated host. In the later slides, we will go in deep about what all these three tenancies mean to us. For this purpose, we are just choosing the shared one only. Rest everything, keep it default. Let's add storage to this instance. So we can see a root volume is attached. It has given a default capacity of 8 GB, which we can increase or decrease basis of our need. For this demo, we are keeping it 8. From volume types, we have an option of choosing from general purpose, provisioned IOPS or magnetic. So basis of our workload requirement, we will choose the volume type 2. We are keeping general purpose right now here. We can have additional volumes if we need them. We can have as many additional volumes we need. So we are not using for this demo. We need to assign tags. So you can see tags here. Tags are a key value pair name. So we will in the key section we can give any key name. For example, we are giving name. Just give it name. For the value we will give it demo Linux server. We can add multiple tags. We are keeping it simple right now. We will just go to security groups. Security groups allow us to talk between the EC2 instances. So we can choose a new security group or we can select an existing security group. Just click on select existing security group. I have two security groups with me. We'll choose this one default, which has all traffic allowed. We will just review our configuration, have a look on it. If we need to change anything, we can just go to previous and change it. Everything seems to be perfect. Just now click on launch. Now this is the place where we need key, public keys and the private keys, which will help us to log in into the instance. Public keys are stored with the AWS, whereas private keys are with us, which we need to log in into the instance. So we have the option to choose from an existing key pair, or we can create a new key pair. So if you need to create a new key pair, just click on it, give it a name, download the key pair that will contain your private key information. So for this demo purpose, I'm just choosing the existing key pair which I already own. Just acknowledge it, click on launch instance. Wow, now the instance is launched. Let's see how it looks like in the console. We can see the instance is in the pending state right now. Basis of the AMI on the operating system, it the dip time to launch an instance when we can use it may vary. So we will just wait for some time. In the meantime, we will just cross verify the details which we have given. Either we have those or not. We can see we have one public IP, we have a private IP. Its type is T2 micro. The availability zone is where we have, which we have mentioned it. Security groups rules. Let's see tags. This is the key value which we have given. It's perfectly fine. So now we can see the instance is in running state, but still the status checks are showing initializing. So let's see what this status checks sorry status checks means to us. So very first is system state check. So system state verifies that your instance is reachable. If this status check fails, this means the hosting infrastructure has some issues. It may have an AWS power issue or a networking or a software issue. So to resolve this, we need to either stop and start the instance. Let's move to the second one. The second is instance status check. So instance status check verifies that your instance operating system is accepting the traffic. And if this fails, we need to either reboot the instance, or we need to just make the necessary changes in the operating system so that the operating system start accepting the traffic. So let's refresh the window and see if we get all these working. So it is taking some time. Let's wait for some time more. Yeah, you can see now the system status check passes. So when this both system status check pass, this means now this instance is ready for us to use. We can now log in into this instance and perform the action. Hey, wait, we need to just check. We have protected this system from accidental termination. Let's see what happened when we just try to terminate this from the console. Terminate. Oh, this option is not highlighting. So we would not be able to terminate this instance. So what we need to do when we need to terminate this instance? Just click cancel, select the instance, go to actions, instance setting, change termination protection. Now this means we are just disabling it. So just disable the termination protection. Now we have disabled the termination protection. Let's see, go to instance state, terminate. Now we have the option. Let's see whether we will be able to terminate or not. Just click on state. Yeah, we can see it is now shutting down. and on some time it will just terminate the instance. I hope you have liked this video and this video was informative for you. I will be preparing more videos to cover more EC2 options so that you have complete in and out knowledge of what EC2 is. Thank you for this time and we will see you soon.